Hey everybody. So day 7 was yesterday, and before anything else, I gotta show you something stupid, something just ridiculous. It blew my mind, and not very happy about it. Customer decided he wanted to put a cam in this engine, since we're O-ringing it, so we put a marine cam in it. Ordered it. It came in yesterday. I didn't realize it came in. I was a different UPS guy than normal, and I just saw him wave as he left the building. I couldn't figure out what he brought me, but eventually I found a camshaft that was covered in a plastic bag, half poking out of the bag. It blows my mind. What in the world were they doing? It came from ATL, I believe. I forget. Missouri, I guess, is where they sent it from. You send a camshaft with no protection, just with a plastic bag that it's ripped its way out of. Just a ridiculousness. I haven't even went through it and looked at it close yet, but I'm not happy. I hope they take it back and deal right with me, because that, you spend $1,000, you expect for it to be shipped properly. So yeah, I'm done with that company. So my customer, he worked on cleaning up some parts and getting them painted last night, or yesterday, I guess. Oil pan's done. I put liners in the block and then loaded them up with the connecting rods and pistons, all that. Since this is an aftermarket kit, you gotta assemble the new pistons and rings and wrist pin and everything onto the old rods. So the core of our block is pretty well done. I messed up and I forgot to order the lower block gasket kit and the front structure kit. I forgot to order those, so they should be coming in today, but kind of left me where I couldn't do much more with the engine. So I spent a little bit of time yesterday on the other side of the truck, but at some point in time, the owner, he took the fairings off the back of the bunk here and you know, did what he could, but you can see the rivets that he used. They're just ugly aluminum pop rivets, not matching the factory rivets, and he hadn't really been thinking, didn't realize that underneath that fairing it wasn't no match of paint and stuff, so you got this ugly strip of primer. So I'm going to take care of that for him. You know, we're not doing repaint the truck, but you can get custom spray paint to match your body, you know, put into a spray can. He said they quoted him like $8 a can, so we're going to get some of that and touch up that ugliness a little bit. But I want to correct those rivets, because to me those are hideous as well, and I think this is something everybody could really use for themselves. I'll show you how we do this right, make it look right, but it's not so complicated as getting a huck gun and trying to rivet it from the inside of the bunk and everything. So let me get things set up and I'll show you what I'm talking about. Alright, so what we got here is what they call a shaved head rivet, and you see it's a pop rivet. You got a really long body there where it squeezes. It means it can, you know, go through a piece of fiberglass and aluminum together with probably a brace behind it. I mean, it's got a lot of grip. It's slotted so that when you pull it, it's got 3 ears that come out, and that's what grabs hold of the metal. This is a cosmetic rivet. It's not structural. You're not going to use it to hold a body together, but despite that, it's very, very useful. what you got in your body over here are actually huck pins with collars on the back. So it's like most of these are steel pins that you take a rivet gun, you pull a collar on the back, and it crimps it down super tight, super strong, stronger than an average bolt and nut, you know. That's not what this is. But these have Packard heads on these huck pins. This shaved head rivet has a head that mimics the Packard one. Very, very close the way it looks. And then these things are made special so that once you got them fully installed, they're not your average pop rivet. I'll show you what I mean here. Just take our normal pop rivet gun, whatever you call. And if you can see here, the stem is sticking way out of it. That is not common for a pop rivet. So what we do is cut that off as close to the head as you can get. And then they make a special tool to shave the head of that rivet. Thus a shaved head rivet. The outside of this tool, the body of it will it'll sit in my hand, while inside there's a blade that turns, and this body, it moves back, so I can set it on top of the rivet, hold it real firm, and then push in with my drill and shave that little stub off. Done properly, it looks pretty good. You get a coat of paint on that, primer and paint, and it becomes, you know, pretty similar to a huck pin. Looks way better than ugly pop rivets like that. And so obviously one of our common applications is when we're removing skirting from both Peterbilt and Kenworth bunks. That stuff's ugly. Also up top, I don't know, we always call them duct killers. You know, your fairing on top of the bunk, the aerodynamic junk. If you take that off, which has been done to this, there's brackets up on top of your roof cap that were riveted on. You can either leave the brackets on, and those are ugly, or you can cut those rivets and put our shaved head rivets in. So they're excellent for that. All you need is, you know, a watertight seal, which these have a rubber on the backside. I don't know whether I told you that or not, but that table is unstable. Anyway, it's a really handy rivet to have around. Also real common on these Kenworth bunks is around that fiberglass rooftop, the rivets pop and break. And so again, it's not going to be structural, but you could either have a broken rivet that's obvious, or you could stick one of these in, and yeah, it's not holding anything together really, but at least, you know, you can dab some paint on it and your truck will look a little better. So finally, you know, here's your part number for that, RV 6607-6-8W. And you don't need that special tool to shave the head. I have it because I do a bunch, but I mean, I know like body shops that do work like this, they don't have that tool, and instead they just, you know, cut that stem off real close to the head of the rivet, and then they use a die grinder with a abrasive pad on it and carefully just sand it out flat, and that works. So that's something I think, you know, they're like, Googled it here a second ago. You can get them for like maybe 30-some cents a piece. I think that's something that will help a lot of guys make their trucks look a little better, and anybody can install those. So anyway, yeah, I guess gonna wrap this video up and get started working on this truck for the day, but that catches us up with yesterday anyway.